Lightning cracked, thunder roared, rain lashed down, blurring the world into a torrent of gray and black. 5 figures sprinted, their faces illuminated by the storm's fury. Jessica, Mark, Lucas, Sarah, and Tyler, friends seeking shelter from nature's wrath.
There!
Mark shouted, pointing to a looming silhouette against the stormy sky. An abandoned house perched atop a hill like a forgotten sentinel. Its windows were dark eyes watching their approach. The group stumbled inside, slamming the door against the wind's howl. They huddled together, chests heaving, relief washing over them as they escaped the storm's fury. But the silence that greeted them inside was unnerving, broken only by the dripping of water from their soaked clothes. Lucas ran a hand along the wall, his fingers brushing against something rough. He flicked on his lighter, revealing deep, savage claw marks etched into the wood. His breath hitched in his throat. Something wasn't right.
What was that?
Sarah whispered, her eyes wide with fear. A low growl had rumbled through the house, seeming to emanate from its very walls. Mark shook his head, trying to appear brave.
Probably just the wind,
he said, his voice lacking conviction. But even as he spoke, another sound reached them, a scraping, dragging sound like claws on wood coming from upstairs. Lucas shivered, pulling his jacket tighter around himself.
Did you ever hear about the family that lived here? They say a rabid dog attacked them, tore them apart.
Don't be ridiculous.
She scoffed, but her voice trembled. The shadows in the house seemed to deepen, pressing in on them, fueled by their growing fear. The storm raged outside, mirroring the fear that was taking root in their hearts. Every creak of the floorboards, every rustle of wind in the eaves, sent shivers down their spines. A low, mournful howl pierced the night, closer this time, sending chills down their spines. Lucas's face was pale.
Werewolves. I heard stories, legends about this place. They say the woods are haunted by them.
Mark tried to sound reassuring.
just stories, Lucas,
he said, but his voice lacked confidence. Even he couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. The air was thick with a primal fear, the instinctual dread of prey sensing a predator nearby. A crash from the hallway shattered the tense silence. A monstrous figure lunged into the room, its eyes burning like hot coals in the darkness. It was a grotesque parody of a wolf, its fur matted and thick, teeth bared in a savage snarl. Screams filled the room as the friends scrambled back, their blood turning to ice. The creature snarled, saliva dripping from its fangs, its gaze moving from one terrified face to another. And then, it spoke. "Don't be afraid, it's me, Tyler." Mark stared in horror at his friend, his face contorted in a terrifying mixture of anguish and feral hunger. Tyler, his features slowly disappearing beneath a mask of fur and fangs. Tyler, the monster. The night was a blur of screams, the stench of blood, and the sickening crunch of bone. When the sun finally broke through the storm clouds, casting its pale light on the ravaged house, only silence remained. Dust motes danced in the eerie calm. The house stood in ruins, its interior torn apart, furniture overturned, walls splattered with blood, and standing amidst the carnage was Tyler. His clothes were torn, his face etched with exhaustion, but he was human again. He looked at the destruction around him, a flicker of horror crossing his features. Then without a word, he turned and walked away, disappearing into the morning mist. Leaving behind the ruins of a friendship and the chilling memory of the night the monster walked among them.